I do want to reiterate, and as you have made very clear in your statement, Mr. Speaker, that this was your initiative. The Government of Canada had no knowledge of this individual coming to, the government had no knowledge. The Speaker is responsible for this chamber. He invited him of his own accord, and he made the decision himself to recognize him. Neither the Government of Canada nor the delegation of Ukraine had any knowledge of this. I would respectfully submit, Mr. Speaker, that you clarify this for the members opposite, because it's important that this information be clear and that these false allegations do not continue, because they're not true.
Liberal MP Karina Gould was caught misleading about meeting with a Nazi in the Canadian Parliament. The Liberal government House leader, that's right, the Liberal government House leader, deleted an Instagram post where she is seen holding hands with the 98-year-old Ukrainian Yaroslav Hunka after news broke that Hunka was a member of the elite Nazi Waffen-SS during World War II. Gould had initially claimed no one from government met with Hunka, although pictorial evidence suggests otherwise, including an alleged meeting with the Prime Minister. Now, Hunka was brought as a special guest to the House of Commons Friday by Speaker Anthony Rota, who is also a Liberal MP, to hear Ukrainian Prime Minister Vladimir Zelensky address the Canadian Parliament because Hunka, quote, fought the Russians.
We have here in the chamber today Ukrainian-Canadian world veteran from the Second World War who fought the Ukrainian independence against the Russians and continues to support the troops today, even at his age of 98. His name is Yaroslav Hunka. And I was going to say he's in the gallery, but I think you beat me to that. But I'm very proud to say that he is from North Bay and from my riding of Nipissing-Temiskaming. He's a Ukrainian hero, a Canadian hero, and we thank him for all his service. Thank you.
The Waffen-SS, really the Nazi death squad, were known for their fanaticism, brutality, and complete loyalty to Hitler. They were responsible for carrying out mass executions of Jews, Poles, Roma, and any political resistance to the Nazi genocide agenda. Now, Gould claimed in a post that no one knew Hunka would be in the Commons and that no one from the government had met with him. However, she, and I want to reiterate, as the government House leader, posted a picture to her Instagram account happily clutching the hand of the geriatric genocide heir. Gould has since expressed her dismay at Speaker of the House Anthony Rota for bringing Hunka into the Parliament. Gould claimed she trusted Rota to vet the guest. Gould told the House of Commons her family were prisoners of the Nazi death machine at Auschwitz.
As a descendant of Holocaust survivors whose majority of her family walked in to Auschwitz-Birkenau, and only my grandfather and his brother walked out, that I think this hurt all of us in Parliament. And I'll say that personally, I feel particularly hurt by this. I would say that as parliamentarians, we place our trust in you. There are many times when we recognize people in the gallery, and we do so on your good advice and your good offices. And all of us here did that in the chamber on Friday because we trusted you on that.
The admission from Gould poses new questions. Why didn't she know better? Why doesn't she know that anyone fighting the Russians was fighting on the side of the Nazis? And why hasn't Gould resigned in disgust with her own party, but also disgust with herself for applauding him? Now, Rota has since apologized, but has faced no real consequences for his role in the Nazi fiasco embroiling Canadian politics and spreading across the globe.
I wish to apologize to the House, and I'm deeply sorry that I've offended many with my gestures and remarks. I would also like to add that this initiative was entirely my own. The individual in question being from my riding and having been brought to my attention. No one, including you, my fellow parliamentarians, or the Ukraine delegation, was privy to my remarks prior to their delivery.
To sign the petition calling on Rota to resign or be fired, please visit firerota.com. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. Once again, Justin Trudeau and his Liberals have made Canada the international laughingstock, this time by bringing a member of the Waffen-SS Nazi death squad to Canada to give him a standing ovation in the House of Commons, to call on the man responsible, Anthony Rota, the Speaker of the House of Commons, to resign or be fired. Please visit firerota.com.